How's it going, old schoolers? You are kicking it old school with Russell J.S., and I am your host, Russell J.S. Well, this is my very last day of my vacation. Tomorrow I go back to work, starting out at my primary job at the warehouse, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night I'll be working at the hotel again, shuttling flight crews. One of the things I wanted to do in this video, I mean, I am very glad right now that, you know, everything went decent and okay. I mean, there were a little problems that happened during the trip, but you know what? It didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. I guess I kind of got overexcited. But, when I made the videos prior to the trip, when I was showing you what I was packing for my you know, for my, for my carry-on bag, what I was going to use for the way there, I was putting a little Easter eggs in there, kind of hinting out where I was going, with movies and handheld games and some music. Let's check these bad Oscars out, shall we? I would have thought, see, here's, as far as movies went, here's some of the Easter eggs that I had put out. Now, what would make these Easter eggs? Well, think about this. At the time Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers came out with the Into the Great Wide Open album in 1991, they were signed to MCA Records, which affiliated with Universal. Same thing with Back to the Future. Back to the Future, as you see the trilogy right there, that was also Universal, MCA. And also, you look at Jaws, that's a Universal movie, The Great Outdoors, the Jurassic Park trilogy, and the Back to the Future trilogy. Now, why is it I have Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, Rogue One, The Haunted Mansion, and What About Bob? Well, Disney. I know what you're thinking. How can What About Bob have anything to do with Disney? It was released by Touchstone Pictures in 1991, which was owned by Disney. Same with Hollywood Studios, and at one point, Miramax. And, well, I heard Disney got in a lot of heat for Miramax because of certain movies that the churches were angry with Disney. But, you have the latest, Haunted Mansion movie, which didn't really do well. And Disney does own Lucasfilm now. So, yeah, I decided to go ahead and bring the latest Disney movies along with some Universal. These were going to be for when I was in the hotel. I was going to have a double feature. Watch the Back to the Future trilogy, like watch one Back to the Future movie. And then I was going to watch Indiana Jones or Rogue One or The Haunted Mansion. Now, Jurassic Park, I threw in there, just to watch because I was going to Universal Studios. And The Great Outdoors and the Jaws, they were themed for the whole vacation thing. And of course, we got the handheld games again. Transformers, they've got the ride over at Universal Studios Orlando and Hollywood, and also I think in Tokyo. And Jurassic Park, another Universal property, for handheld. This is before Disney got a hold of Star Wars for Lucasfilm and, now Marvel. And I think in many ways, Universal and Disney have got to be sharing, the whole Marvel Comics property. I don't know what's going on there, but you see there's a lot of, what do you call it? You see Disney putting out a lot of Marvel stuff on their channel, Disney Plus. And Universal still has, they still have all their Marvel, stuff going on too at Islands of Adventure. One thing I will say about the Islands of Adventure is, in a way, I went ahead a couple days ago and I emailed a complaint to Universal See, how I felt about it was this. If what happened was, like I said, I looked on the website for Universal Orlando, and they said all the rides that I wanted to go on were going to be opened and operational. When I got there, they were anything but, most of them, and some of them had real long lines. I mean, I went to go do Men in Black Alien Attack, and I couldn't take my backpack on that ride with me. I had to rent a locker, which, another way to get more money out of you. For you to rent a storage that you're going to use for what? 5 minutes? 10 at most? And I just thought it was ridiculous, and I needed to carry my backpack with me because it had my essentials that I needed, like my snacks and my water bottle, my rain poncho, my umbrella, and my first aid kit. You probably think to yourself, God, he goes to theme parks like he's a Boy Scout. Well, especially with a first aid kit, you never know. I mean, somebody else may get hurt, and you could offer some first aid to somebody. You could offer somebody help. And I also brought my travel guitar with me. Of course, I didn't get to play. I was really too busy, with going to theme parks and trying to, unwind after a day of theme parking. But yeah, I did play some of these games, and I did at least watch the first Back to the Future movie, and I watched National Lampoon's Vacation on the car ride up there. But yeah, I know what you're thinking, like, that's kind of scary, watching a movie and driving on an interstate highway at the same time. Not necessarily. If you know the movie by heart and you're driving, all you gotta do is focus on the road. Just listen to the movie. You already got the picture in your head. You know what's happening as the dialogue is playing. But, all in all, it was a fun time. I just got overheated, and I was dehydrated and hungry, because I was so busy trying to find the shortest lines on rides at Universal Islands of Adventure. But Universal, in my opinion, they need to either update their information on the website or not be deceitful to future guests who want to come to the park. Because that gets word of mouth, And like I said, it reminded me of the summer of 1990 all over again. But all in all, it's over with. Will I ever go back? You know what? I may do so. Who knows? But that's why I prefer Disney over Universal. At least, I don't know if you know this, but Disney World in Orlando, once they shuffle the last remaining guests out of the parks, they're right on cue as to get maintenance crews down in there working and maintaining all the rides, make sure they're up to snuff for the next day. And they work until before the crack of dawn. And they spend all night long while we're sleeping in our hotel suites or our accommodations, whatever our accommodations might be. They go ahead and they spend time, making sure everything is up to snuff, that the ride is up to par. So we won't get hurt, and we won't, it won't break down or nothing. But other than that, I got to bring home some really cool souvenirs. And, I got to relax away from my everyday routine. So everything fared out. And like I said, I had, some of the stuff I brought was all Easter eggs. I was trying to hint out there I was making it a surprise what I was doing. And at the same time, I was just going ahead and hinting out to you what I was planning. So there you have it right there, the Easter eggs. And, just looking at a sunset right now back at my home of Cape Coral, Florida. It just rained a little while ago. And you could see there's Autobot Road Trip sitting out there. He's probably waiting, going to make sure that Megatron does not come and attack Southwest Florida. And I'm sure Optimus Prime and Bumblebee and Hot Rod and Ironhide, they're all there. They're all around waiting to make sure that Megatron does not attack. But all in all, it was good to get away from my everyday routine. I mean, the trip at Universal, it almost became like a Clark Griswold type thing. But hey, things happen. I'm sure a lot of you can relate, where you've gone on the trips and you're planning everything carefully like Clark did plan his Wally World trip with his family. But things happen, I guess. I mean, like I said, I wanted to vlog. Now I just found out recently that the Disney parks are gonna not allow people to vlog anymore. They're getting ready to ban vloggers, and they're gonna get ready, you won't be able to make videos. I mean, right now, I'm attempting to upload Spaceship Earth. I uploaded, as you could see, some other videos, ride-throughs. I mean, I was trying to do everything all at once, and the uploads came out as a failure, so I had to try again. And I had a lot of other things to do. I still had to unpack my backpack and put the suitcase away for next time. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get to work on that. And other than that, this is going to be the end of this vlog. If you are new to the channel, please like, subscribe, leave comments down in the box below, and ring the bell for notifications. And for all of you, always, I want to wish you all, I want to wish you the best, always. Get you enough of love, get you enough of peace, get you enough of tranquility, get you enough of whatever your heart desires. Less chaos, no chaos, less drama, no drama, more peace, more love, more tranquility. Just go grab it. And always play some Atari, play some Nintendo, play some Sega Genesis, listen to old school music that comes out of the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and coming soon, 2020s. Watch some classic old school movies, watch some classic old school television, and always I wish you Godspeed. May the force be with you always.